What sort of good stuff are we talking about?
Things like provisioning, communication centers, pretty much anything associated with, you know, government-type stuff. If you could picture a bunch of stuffed shirts sitting around big tables with papers everywhere, well, you're probably on the right track. But like I said, some of that stuff will have to come later down the line. However, there is at least one building plan we could use right now.
Yay for bureaucracy. Ugh, hate that word. Oh, well, there you go.
I can feel the gears of bureaucracy grinding me up already.
I know, ain't it great? Now.
Here we are, just outside Concord. I dragged my ass back all the way to Sanctuary, only to find out I was just too late to help with the defense, so we kind of lost that. A couple of items were damaged, but they have been repaired. No biggie. Here we are now, ready, locked, cocked, and ready to rock, to talk to good old Bob. Because we have the Vitomatic, and hopefully Bob has something for us. Alright, Bob.
Hostile target.
Don't mind the robot, it won't hurt you. Or at least, I don't think it will. I found it slumped in a corner in the Vault-Tec building. Figure I'd repair it. Let it give me a hand bringing back all the stuff we found.
Please contact an authorized repair representative immediately.
I didn't quite get around to fixing its vocal processor. Maybe later. Right now we've got more important stuff to be getting on with. How'd things go with the Ron? You have anything interesting for us?
I sure do. Let's lick his ass first. I mean his heel. Oh, I misclicked. Damn it.
It's a vigor tester, right? Lets you measure a person's qualities. How'd they make it so tiny? One I use is the size of a whole cabinet. Hey, hold still for a sec. Well, ain't you got a big old brain in that head of yours? At least according to this thing.
I sure do.
Stop. You're making me blush.
Then my work here is done. That Ron really found this for us, did he? Not bad. This will come in real useful. Help us assign the right people to work the right jobs. Here. You should keep hold of this. I think you'll put it to better use than me.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Besides, I'm betting you had to jump through more than a few hoops in order to get the thing.
Huh.
Only right you get to keep it.
No kidding. Alright. So what have you been up to?
Well, what have you been up to?
Well, as you can see, I've been busy. I've been organizing everything we brought back from the Vault-Tec HQ. Including the most important thing, the Vault-Tec version of a comm hub. Or Vault Hub, as I started calling it.
The Vault Hub, huh? Alright.
Okay.
Actually, thanks to Vault Hub, I've already made some progress starting repairs to the real thing. Turn it on and I'll show you what I mean.
Yeah, what? And this time it's gonna explode in my face? Alright, let's give it a shot.
I'm sure you remember that noise. What you're hearing there are radio signals from all the nearby ASAMs. Turns out that's how the sensors and the hub connect with each other. Kind of obvious when you think about it. Don't know how I didn't realize sooner.
'Cause I get the big brain, remember? Alright.
I could see that.
Now, if you listen carefully, you can probably tell something ain't right. Seems Vault-Tec had problems with their hub's receiver module. It can't establish a stable connection. But, watch what happens when we bypass the crappy receiver in the Vault Hub and instead patch in the far superior comm hub version.
Nice beard.
Now that sounds a whole lot better, don't it? Clearly the receiver from the comm hub works just fine. And that little demonstration is how we can use the Vault Hub to start testing components of the comm hub. Through trial and error, we can swap out parts, find what works and what doesn't, what we need to repair and what we need to replace. It'll be a slow process, but worth it in the end. I think we're finally on the road to getting a working comm hub and more out of our ASAMs.
Alright, good work.
You've done good work.
Oh, well, thank you. You know, I was actually worried you might be losing confidence in me. Glad to know I was wrong. Oh, and by the way,
You're always wrong.
thanks to that little patch job we just did, technically speaking, we're now connected to every ASAM sensor in the immediate area.
Ooh, okay. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
This means we can now remotely send and receive data to any nearby ASAMs. So here, take this. That's the holotape you found. The one with the new plot types.
Yep.
Why don't you load into that terminal there?
Okay. What do we get? Oh, that's the lock. Never mind. Where is that one, I assume? Okay. And talk to Bob. Okay. Now what do we do, Bob?
Hi.
You wanted more out of the ASAMs? Well, congratulations. You just uploaded data for 4 new plot types to all the ASAM sensors in the local area.
Ooh.
Now, is that...
How's that what? Alright. Tracking tools. With the ASIM software updates and the Vitomatic in hand, you now have access to powerful tracking tools for finding items in settlers. I already had those. I had like, what, 4 different tracking options? Oh well, maybe I'll have more versatility. These can be accessed in the City Manager holotape under Tools, Tracking, or you can craft specific tracking devices at the City Planner's desk.
for a little taste of what the Kinggath can do? Not too shabby, huh? Although, keep in mind, when I said local, I do mean local. Right now, our range is fairly limited. At least for the time being.
Yeah, about that limited range. I read up on the Sim Settlements forum that that range is roughly just north of Diamond City. So I can go, I think, all the way to Hangman's Bluff. That might be the border there. But, let's see, Sunshine Tidings, Abernathy Farm, Red Rocket, probably all the way up to Covenant. That should work. Anyways, we're not there yet, so I will extend the range at some point, I believe. Alright. Like I said,
That
shouldn't be a problem.
I'm sure in time we can boost the range. But good to know you're not disappointed. In any settlement that's not too far away, you'll now be able to build using those new plots. If you'd like, we could go test them right now. Or if you prefer, you can do it by yourself.
No, I like to hold your hand. Alright.
Can you tell me about them?
Sure, I could give you a brief summary. Overall, there are 4 new plots to build. There's one for stores, recreation, governance, and even defense.
Ooh, alright.
How are you going to test it?
Same way we did last time. You put down a plot, and we'll see what it makes.
What you make, you mean? I don't need help, or... Let's do the tutorial.
Okay, show me.
I'd be more than happy to. And I know just the place. Here, let me just update your Pip-Boy. All right, I'll meet you at that settlement. Don't keep me waiting now.
I certainly hope he meets... Yeah, Sanctuary, good. Because it sounded like he could have randomly picked another location. Cotsworth, per usual. Piss off. Where did he go? He disappeared. Oh well, back to Sanctuary. Right, looks like Bob is inside. Yes, he is. Looking at my videos of the Wasteland map there. It's another mod I've loaded. Thanks, Sugar. Ah! She's always nice to me. And then Marcy opens her mouth. Alright, come on, Bob.
Let's trade some things.
No, I don't want to trade things. Bob, let's start the quest. Bob?
I just want to trade a few things.
No. Uh-oh. Is this bugged? This does not look promising.
It's not that I'm not grateful, but I really like it if
How do I get this to work?
nicer homes, more
Can we trade a few things?
This does not seem to work. I'm gonna quickly reload and hopefully that'll do the trick. Alright, Bob. We're at Sanctuary. Are you ready to show me the ropes?
I just need to trade gear with you.
I guess not. What just
Hi
happened?
there. Good to see you made it.
Oh, okay.
I invited old Paul here to check out the new plots. After all, who better to tell us what they think about them than someone who'd be using them?
Then a crazy old coot.
What you got? Folks have already built a lot using the ASAMs. More options can only be good, right?
I don't know. Choice can sometimes be quite maddening. Anyways, what are we gonna do?
You look good, Paul. How are you?
Gotta say, Living in one of your settlements has been a breath of fresh air. I haven't felt this young in years.
All right, you know the drill by now. Pick a plot to test and put down a sensor.
Alright. Commercial, martial, or recreation? Well, let's start with commercial. Now, this is going to be my commercial building, but I'm going to build it myself, so I'm going to use... Oh, we get an unlock. Carla's junk collection. Oh, that's recreational. Alright. And another one. A weapon store. Seems like an outside plot. Yeah. Even more. A clother. Alright. Also an external plot. Anything else? No. Alright, now as I said, I'm gonna build a market hall here. So, I think I can squeeze in around 5 plots here. Alright, let's put these hedges away for now. I'll use them later. Yes, I freeze time when I'm building because I spend so much time building that I constantly die of hunger or thirst. So that's why I enabled the freeze time option in the Workshop Plus mod. Compliments of Kinggath once again. Thank you very much. So that's quite handy at times. Also, Codsworth doesn't tend to get in my way when I'm building. Right, so, commercial plot, he said. Where is it? There we go. I'm gonna marshal commercial plot. And we'll do the indoorsy one. Memory serves, and they are the same size. I should be able to build 2 here. Yeah, perfect. I can build 5, possibly 6 commercial plots in this building. So for now, we'll just plop this one here for the tutorial and see how that goes. Oh, I certainly hope it works on an internal plot, actually. I fear that it may not, now that I think about it. Let me quickly take a look at the quest. Yeah, no, it's just a 2x2. I gotta do a 2x2. Okay. Where should I build it? Or does it matter? I'm gonna destroy it later? I'll probably destroy it later, but for now, let's go. Come on. Come on. Paul! You sound so much better now. Okay. Such a sexy voice. Well, let's do the external plot. There we go. Alright, Bob. You ready to go? Hello, Bob.
Can we trade a few things?
Nope, that's not it. Oh, there goes the quest.
A few inches later.
Oh, there he goes. Or not.
I stayed at this settlement because I thought you had enough backbone to stand up against those ruffians. Looks like I was mistaken.
We're gonna do a little commerce, are we? All right then. Capitalism. Who?
So what's this you're building now?
Once it's done, this will be the commercial plot. And it's pretty much what it says on the can. It'll allow folks to set up their own businesses. Let them sell wares to you, or anyone else who pays them a visit.
Oh, I'm sure the
Paul, you shut the fuck up, dude. I ran here as quickly as I could to deal with those raiders. I was just like 1 minute too late. Why are my resources all on 0?
If you ask me, there's a certain charm to a brick and mortar store. Or in this case, a scrap wood and corrugated steel store.
Looks like the script are lagging again.
All right, almost done here, I think. And finished.
Alright, cool. What is it? Can't check the sensor. Yeah, it looks like the scripts are lagging. Well, hello.
What's good today?
Ah, here we go. Yeah, so he's the bartender temporarily. So this is a bar, I guess. So Jake is selling a lot of stuff here. Huh. Alright.
Another amazing breakthrough, brought to you by Robco. Rodger brand ASAM sensors can now allow your citizens the freedom to sell off excess assets without running afoul of Johnny Law. Robco's automated auditing software ensures correct sales tax is always applied and collected. Never again need you or your citizens fear a surprise visit from the taxman, thanks to Robco brand ASAM sensors.
Alright, next one. Recreational or martial? Let's see, I want recreation over there, but I'm probably gonna put recreation over here as well. I'll just build it here for now. Let's see, let's get rid of these bushes. They're in the way. Anything else I can scrap? A working toilet. To the side. Let's see. I'll leave this here. Does this really add a lot? No. I'll get rid of that. The more of these mounts you get rid of, the less your settlement will need to load whenever you get in. So, all right. Not much else I can remove here, except this entire road section. Holy moly! Look at that. Nope, we're not going to do that. Alright, recreational plot. Let's build... That's an internal one. Let's build one right over here. Now, by the looks of it, if you hover over these settlers... Go away, Carla. You can see that they can be appointed or assigned to 3 things. By the looks of it, the first one is labor. And now it won't come back. Alright, there goes to Bob.
Going for some recreation, huh? Okay then. Let's build us some R&R.
Right. So you can see here, assigned. The first one seems to be labor, in this case a farm, or it could be industry.
This type of plot gives folks somewhere to go after the working day's done. You know, somewhere they can take a load off. Maybe read a book, or exercise, or something.
I can tell you now, something like that would be a big morale boost.
It looks like Paul's holding a cigarette, but I don't see the cigarette. Right, third attempt. So the first icon there is labor, so that can be either agricultural or industry, I suppose. And maybe municipal, because we're going to get that too.
Sometimes you need somewhere to blow up a little steam.
So the second icon seems to be if they are housed or not, if they have a residential plot. And the third one seems they can also be assigned to entertainment simultaneously. So one settler can be assigned to 3 individual plots. Alright, so they pay taxes, they produce something, and they enjoy leisure, I guess. Alright, what do we get, Bob? A park! Well, isn't that fitting? Nice little park. That does not give an awful lot of entertainment down there on the left. See that? I think the overlay is frozen. Same reason why the resources are still at 0. Yeah, the scripts are very, very slow at the moment. I think I need to reload the game again and untangle them. What is this? Recreational building class unlocked, strength training. Oh, so recreation actually trains special stats, does it? Strength training. Buildings provide a place for settlers to improve their strength over time. Strength increases the resource gathering of industrial plots. Ah, and so Sim Settlements 2 unfolds even further. Okay, so this is how the special stats are integrated into the plot system. Alright, learn something new.
A morning stroll through the park, an afternoon pumping iron at the gymnasium, or a night on the town rolling the dice with Lady Luck. Leisure is what keeps America smiling, and with Robco brand ASAM sensors, your citizens can now enjoy a multitude of pre-approved leisure activities. So, put up your feet, sit back and relax, because when it comes to wholesome recreation, Robco has got your back. Yes, Robco brand ASAM sensors, #1 in practical citizen placation, #1 in outstanding quality.
Sweet. Alright, what's next? Marshal plot, right. Well, let's build a guard tower somewhere over here. We definitely need some more marshalling, what do you call it, defenses. Let's clear the area. Let's see. Marshal plot, here it is. Right, marshal plots are a little different concerning orientation. They don't only have an entry point where the arrow is, but they also have a enemy facing point where that little moon shape thing is. So do pay attention to that. Let's see, well, the enemy comes from over there, so I can either have it face the road or face the bridge. Let's have it face the bridge for now. Can always change orientation later. And this is with a foundation, right? Yes, it is. Okay. There we go.
It's all looking good so far. Let's keep going.
Alright, start building.
Nice choice. Let's get up some defenses.
And I see this weird grass sticking through. It's like, why is it there? Might as well get rid of it. There you go.
I'm sure you'll appreciate this, Paul. Raiders will have a hard time taking on somewhere with enough of these.
Oh, and why is that?
This plot will allow folks to set up proper defenses within the settlement. Watchtowers, guard posts, coordinated patrols, the whole shebang.
So, no more raider attacks?
Well, let's not give it too much credit. I'm sure some will still be dumb enough to try. But you should see a lot less attacks with a few of these.
Alright.
Okay, just time this and all done.
Well, that's a little underwhelming. Alright. Well, there's no foundation yet because I haven't picked which foundation I want. And I don't think I can yet. No. Not during the quest. So we'll have to wait until this turns from a quest plot to a generic plot.
Rocco is proud to present our most recent advance.
Oh, what do we get? Recreational building class unlocked. Agility training. Oh, so that's for the recreational plots, which will allow us to train agility, same as strength. And agility is good for martial plots. Alright.
In Rupka brand ASAM sensor technology. Your citizens can now breathe easy, knowing their safety is being guaranteed with practical and cost-effective solutions. Thanks to Rupka brand ASAM sensors, all true-blooded Americans can now volunteer their time to keep their communities safe for their fellow citizens. Rupka brand ASAM sensors, securing America one community at a time. Brought you in conjunction with Pulaski Preservation Services.
There we go.
Oh yeah. Any bad guy should think twice before taking on a settlement with enough of these things. Alright. Everything seems to be going well so far. I'll admit, I was a tad worried this might not work. I mean, we are using the Vault Hub to run these new plot types. How's everything look from your point of view? Nothing seems out of place or incomplete, does it?
Well, yeah, whole sanctuary looks incomplete, but...
Why do you ask?
This is the first time we're building these new plots. And we're using less than perfect hardware to do it. I just want to make sure nothing seems out of place or missing.
Alright, well, seems fine to me.
Seems fine to me.
Ah, good to hear. What about you, old Paul? See anything that don't look right?
All looks good to me. But didn't you say you had 4 plots to show me? I'm only counting 3. Or am I Praetoriax playing up again?
No, you're right. We only put down 3 so far. But the last plot requires a little more explanation. So if you're ready, should we get on with it?
Alright.
Sure, let's do it.
All right, last but not least, we have the municipal plot. Go ahead and put down an ASAM for that.
Alright. I'm gonna put the municipal plot somewhere over here, because this is where I want my logistics station. And logistics go into municipal plots. So let's clear this area out. Municipal plot, here we go. And, oh, with a foundation, please. Thank you. Alright, let's see what we got. Take it easy, Bob. This is not where I orientated it, did I? Oh well.
Let's trade some things.
Oops, nope. I guess we just wait. Oh, here we go. What happened? Oh, okay.
Okay then, last plot on the list.
Now, this looks a little more complicated. What did you say this was again?
A municipal plot. You can think of it as a settlement's utility service. So it could be something like a power station or a water pump. Only more advanced than what you'd normally see in the wastes.
Oh, I get you. Or maybe a really big septic tank or something.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, just gotta plug in this cable, and we're done.
Big septic tank, Paul? You want to go swimming or something? Talking of septic tanks, that looks like a giant septic tank. Yeah, it's clean water though. Guess it's a water facility. Sounds like there's fighting around M&SE Farm there. Ooh, what do we get? Municipal building class unlocked. Caravan services. Caravan services automatically linked to other settlements with caravan services. At level 2, speak to the plot worker to fast travel between caravan service plots. Oh, that's pretty handy. If you're playing on survival mode. Wow, that is really handy. Alright, we'll have to look into that later. Oh, perception training. Perception is for water production. Alright.
Public utilities? What a headache! Well, not anymore. Thanks to Robco. With Robco brand ASAM sensors, the needless complexities of city service infrastructure are over. No more worrying over balancing the power grid, ensuring sufficient drainage of waste, or the delivery of safe, clean drinking water. Yes, each of life's essentials available for all your citizens, courtesy of Robco. And remember, only Robco brand ASAM sensors can offer the versatility and stability your citizens crave. If it's not Robco, it's gotta go.
I don't think Vault-Tec quite got that message. Alright, 16 water, nice. Does it need power? Yes, I do need to hook it up with power there. Alright.
Alright, we're done. That's everything. But before we go wrapping things up, I gotta mention that these municipal plots seem a lot more versatile than the other types Robco released. Some of the building plans seem like they could construct things for governance or even logistical facilities. Although we'll probably have to get the comm hub running right to make use of the real good stuff. But still, pretty nifty, huh?
Alright.
What sort of good stuff are we talking about?
Things like provisioning, communication centers, pretty much anything associated with, you know, government type stuff. If you could picture a bunch of stuffed shirts sitting around big tables with papers everywhere, well, you're probably on the right track. But like I said, some of that stuff will have to come later down the line. However, there is at least one building plan we could use right now.
Yay for bureaucracy. Ugh, hate that word. Oh, well, there you go.
I can feel the gears of bureaucracy grinding me up already.
I know, ain't it great? Now, one of the plots we just tested was the commercial. And commerce means caps. So it might be a good time to talk about taxes.
Ooh, alright.
Okay, let's hear it.
Now, everyone loves caps. And who can blame them, right? And a settlement needs them just as much as anything else. Now, I know it may seem boring or even greedy, but taxes really are important. Our settlements are growing, and it's going to take caps to keep generators humming. Gasoline ain't exactly growing out the dirt. As always, you did great work. Thanks to you, the people of the Commonwealth can look forward to things being just that little bit better now.
No, gasoline is not growing out of the dirt, but guess what is? Biofuel. Alright, anyways.
It would have been impossible without your help.
Yeah, well, I didn't really do nothing special, but still, I appreciate you saying so.
Well, speaking on behalf of those living in the Commonwealth, I gotta say thank you. All these new types of ASAMs, it's a little overwhelming to think what we could do with them.
Glad you're happy, Paul. If you could tell others what you saw here, spread the word around, that'll be a big help.
You can count on old Paul. I'll get right on it.
So, tell me, Slick, how does it feel to have every plot type at your disposal?
Finally.
Pretty much whatever you like, as long as it's not too far away.
Why is that?
We're primarily running off the Vault Hub right now. Compared to the real thing, it's not that advanced, so its broadcast range is fairly limited. It can't reach far enough to update all ASAMs with the new plot data. But once we get the comm hub running instead, I don't think we'll have that problem anymore. Just one more reason for me to get on that.
Sweet. Alright.
Okay, that's pretty good. I'm impressed.
Once the comm hub's actually running, we should be able to build the new plot points anywhere. Say, now that we've got all these ASAMs placed, I wonder if we could get some real-time communication working. You know, two-way radio. I'm gonna head back to the hardware store. I want to look into this. Swing on by when you're free. I'll have something to show you.
Sure thing.
I'll catch you later, Slick.
Alright, well, that's it for the main quest of Sim Settlements 2. Well, so far at least. I got all the plots unlocked, and we can really start building something. Sweet! Alright, I guess that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do most of it off camera for now. Yeah, because there's a lot to do around Sanctuary. I may actually record it and show you in a sped up movie, sped up video, but we'll see about that later. The first thing I want to do is figure out how these caravans work and how the logistics system is going to work, so I can link up my other settlements. Anyways, that's it for the last part of this quest, and you'll see me in the next one, I hope. If you have any questions, suggestions, leave them down in the comments, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Hope you enjoyed the video, and take care. Hello, Piper. Hello, Dogmeat. Alright, it's been about a day now, real life day, a couple of days in-game, and I've set up Phase 1 for Sanctuary. This took quite a few hours, so I didn't record it. I intended to make a sped up video of it, but that just takes too long. So instead, I'm just going to give you the 5-cent tour. And remember, this is just Phase 1, so I will be expanding on this. Now, the idea that I had for Sanctuary, I think every time you design a settlement or you start building, you need a certain philosophy behind it, and I like to work with what I have. So in case of Sanctuary, we have these spread out houses, and that's kind of the philosophy I have behind this design, is to spread out certain functions and buildings and not to cluster it up. Now, in anticipation of the Conqueror's expansion to Sim Settlements, I do tend to build a wall all around my settlements and make it, let's say, military sound, and make it a little easier to defend so that all the enemies tend to come from one place or get funneled in. And for that reason, the first thing I tend to do is look at the edge of my settlement. How do I want the edge to look? How do I want it to work? And that's what I did in phase 1. So let's start clockwise here and sweep simply through the entire settlement. Now here we see the main entrance. That's where most enemies will come from. So this is where the military concentration is going to be. This is going to be the sheriff's building, a concrete building that I'll build later. And I've already started there with a couple of turrets and a pretty nice guard tower. Well, let me see who created it, because I'd like to give people the right credit here. And this was created by Sirlach. I believe he works very closely with the Sim Settlement team, or might even be part of it. Right. So, here we start off with a wall, which will go about as far as the boundaries of the settlement will allow me to place it. This is a bit of a weak spot, as enemies can come in here, but I don't think that's going to be a huge problem. If anything, I can place a little turret here to help out. So here's our water facility for the moment, and I love the fact that Sim Settlement 2 now has these floating foundations. That's absolutely amazing. In Sim Settlement 1, you didn't really have any kind of building that worked with water, as far as I can recall, but this looks absolutely fantastic. So here's our first water facility. Moving along. Here behind what's going to be our military outpost. Yeah, I cannot move this tree, unfortunately. Sorry. Then I switched to hedges. Yes, I have repurposed almost all the hedges in Sanctuary to be part of the wall, because Sanctuary is so big. If you build nothing but these wooden walls, it becomes, I don't know, a little too much. Too much is too much, let's face it. So here and there I switch where I find it logical to use a couple of these hedges. And then here behind the house we switch back to the wall. Moving on. Now this wall is pretty logical, because this is a rather weak spot, easy to defend, easy to attack, I'm sorry. So that's why we need walls to defend it. Here in this corner, this backyard became so big because these walls and hedges follow the edges of my settlement. It became so large, this particular area, I decided to build a large power facility here. This is a 3x3 plot. This is currently the only 3x3 plot available on municipals, or at least to me. I may need to unlock some more. Designed by XL? No. The designer's name is not here. VFX. Alright, well, thank you for the design. It looks wonderful. This is level 1, and I bet that level 2 and level 3 are going to look even better. So this is my main power production facility. Then here, I switched again to hedges, and the reason for that is because here, as you can see, this is a rock wall. Not exactly a good place to attack, so it makes sense to build a less defensible wall here. Here is the back entrance. One of the back entrances of Sanctuary. It goes all the way up to Vault 111. This is where you start the game. Go back to video 1 or video 2, I think, and you'll see that. So this is where I build a wall. This is a temporary construction. I will most likely build a couple of martial plots here. Maybe a couple of martial plots with actual wall sections and or gate sections. They do exist now, I've seen, so that's pretty great. I did pull in these hedges here a bit to corner off these backyards, both on this side and on that side, as you can see, to ensure a little bit of privacy. Over the backyards themselves, as you can see, all the hedges here have been removed, so they're now one big family backyard. I may actually place a couple of fences here, the white picket fences that we picked up at the brewery. We can build these here at a later point, but right now I'm just focused on the edge of the map, the edge of the settlement. Here again, all rocks, so it makes sense to build a less defensible wall here. As you can see, I did my best to make them fit, but yeah, sometimes you have to make compromises. Alright, here we go back to a wall. Easy accessible from the center point of the settlements. So I intend to make these staircases easy accessible so that NPCs can run up and shoot down. I don't think they ever do, however, but hey, make believe, right? Immersion, that's what it's all about. This goes around. Now here is a very annoying corner in the settlement. These walls, as I said, these actually follow the border, and let me show you. Oh, I'm just outside the settlement here, I think. These walls actually follow the border of the settlement. And now you can start to see that that is absolutely redonkulous. If you look here, this weird corner here. Yeah, really bad. Goes really close to the house. Here's the border. I placed the hedges just outside it. And I had thought about placing a wall from this corner all the way to that corner and then leaving this empty, but I'd rather not place too much outside the settlement boundaries, as it can cause problems and crashes with the people that may download this hopefully soon to be city plan. So I decided to just follow the borders here and go with hedges here. Still, this is perfectly defensible. I made the corner here with some walls. This is just a small little post. Here I placed hedges again, and I perfectly fit it into this tree here. I can't remove the tree, unfortunately, so if you're ever going to attack my settlement, this would be the place to do it. Just run up the tree and you're inside. These hedges I cannot remove, so I had to work with them anyway, so it makes perfect sense to extend these hedges. And this is where we started, as you remember. I temporarily removed these agricultural plots because I had too many, as it turns out. So, this little outcropping here is perfectly defensible, perfectly reachable, quickly reachable as well, in case people decide to storm from this side. And here we reach our industry plots, as you can see. Again, a couple of hedges here. Attacking here would not be wise, because again, you can get shot from that side, so that works. And here's the second back door. I finished this off with some walls and some improvisation, because I couldn't make the walls perfectly fit, but as you can see, this looks pretty damn well. Just extended the floor on top with a little rail here and a support structure underneath. Looks great. The back door, I'll probably end up building a martial plot here as well. Same thing as the other back door with a big gate, but this is a small door that leads to the USFA station over there. So I tend to use this door from time to time. I did my very best, and I'm very proud of it, to repair the wall. Now here on the left, there wasn't much I could do. It's so badly damaged, it just wasn't doable. Plus, they usually don't attack here anyways because the water is too deep. They do, however, tend to sometimes run across the water here because it's pretty shallow. So I did my best to repair the walls. You can see with these individual blocks here that I found in the water. I do not create blocks on my own. The workshop extension that I installed has, according to Kinggath, over 10,000 items, so I have no doubt that some of these blocks are available. But I'd like to work with what I find rather than just create random stuff into the settlements. It gives a more personal touch. So I did my best to repair the wall here. And then we're back here at Mama Murphy's. And this little building is Mama Murphy's home. And the reason why I chose that is because it's called Mama's Home. I do find it a little odd. Thank you by Mir... Oh god, I'm going to butcher this name. Mir Marachne. Mir Marachne made Mama's place here. And for that reason, I built it for Mama Murphy. Yeah, this is one of the buildings that didn't unlock for me in the first playthrough, so that also led me to believe that some of the scripts were corrupt. But I have access to it now. It seems to support mostly Far Harbor items. It's pretty small, but it's pretty neat. I built this structure, the train cabin here, in front because it was too small for Mama Murphy, I would say. So she has a little living room here. We'll decorate that at some point. But Mama Murphy has the perfect little spot here to be the talk of the town because she can see everybody coming in and going out. And she has her eyes on the security stations. Anybody gets into trouble, Mama Murphy will be your information broker. Alright, so that is the edge of the town. Let's see what we have inside the town. And for that, I'm going to fly up. As you can see, I did build a vanilla power plant here because it fits so perfectly. I decided to just place it there. I did turn off maintenance cost for vanilla items like this and the turrets because even though I like it, I think it's great that it's there. The cost currently is astronomically... Is that a word? Either way, it's super high and it's very difficult to maintain vanilla items, even if you build only 1 or 2 of them. So it's just key to using restraint on building too many vanilla items. Alright, so I introduced the power plots, the power grid I should say, not power plots, the power grid here, in combination with the street lights. So these street lights distribute power all across Sanctuary, a key essential component I would say. Here I've started building some commercial. This is our first general store, and this will be a great haul of commercial plots, but I'll finish that later. Everything up to here has been cleaned out. This house is my house, and these 3 houses, I believe, yeah, these 3 houses have been cleaned up. They've been made livable, as you can see here. They haven't been finished, they haven't been fully decorated, but I just picked up what I could find and placed it in a logical location. All of them have either 2 or 3 beds with internal plots. Yeah, like this. I may need to put a wall here and clean that up a bit. But for now, these houses are cleaned up and final decoration comes later. This one as well, and that one as well, and power goes all around. And this is going to be my entertainment plot. So that's different from commercial. Commercial will generate caps, and entertainment will generate happiness and or will train your settlers, as we've seen in the previous video, for certain stats. So here I've built 4 internal plots that each train an individual stat, with agility outside because I could not find an internal plot for agility. And this is a sort of bar tea room that generates only a large dose of happiness. I thought that would be fitting, but I'll have to build a hall around that as well. And I do that. I don't want to use too many external plots in Sanctuary because, as I said, you have these houses, you have these layouts that already exist, and I think it makes perfect sense to work with what you have, and therefore use these foundations accordingly. So that's why I end up with these internal plots instead. However, Sanctuary was never designed for industrial, so it makes perfect sense that your municipal and industrial plots actually are of external design like these. Right, this big fat red container is just part of the virtual storage there on the top right. It says resources, just to expand a little on that. I still hold on to the concept of the communal house here. So this is where most of the stuff happens. We got our workbench, we got our crafting benches here, we got our cooking station there. Here we have a place where people can hang out and sit and have meetings. And here's my office, obviously. And the chemical station here with a brewery, which comes from a DLC. No, not a DLC, from a mod. I apologize. So you can make a couple of beers there, I think, and some other drinks. Alright, so that is phase 1 for Sanctuary. If you have any questions on what I did or how I did it, feel free to leave that in the comments and I'd be happy to answer. I do move trees around, for instance, so you may notice that, just like the hedges, and I do move around a lot of the ground, like these items. I move these around a lot. I used to scrap them, now I just place them somewhere else, and I try to clear the roads, make it a clean road, make it a very active place where people trample the grass off the road. So yeah, I do design things dynamically throughout the game. I think that's the idea that Kinggath had in mind. You come back and you keep updating and upgrading your settlement. And that's how I like to work. It makes it, like I said, dynamic, it makes it organic, and it makes it realistic and very immersive. The only thing I hate is that these roofs, I've learned, these roofs do not hold water back. So if you build, like I did, internal plots underneath these roofs, they will be considered to be outside, and that can cause a happiness penalty. I did turn off the shelter mechanic for that reason, but perhaps one day I'll load a mod that will replace these roofs with the pre-war roofs, and hopefully that would make the place inside dry and sheltered. So I'm flying up. I'll try to fly up as high as I can, but at some point I'm gonna get kicked out of the workshop mode. Well, I should be kicked out of the workshop mode at that point, but we're high up enough, I would say, and here you can get a perfect view of Sanctuary. As you can see, this is a nice straight wall right there, which goes 90 degrees into this straight wall here, and then all of a sudden people start becoming very organic in their design, because this actually follows the border, and as you can see, it's very jagged, very annoying, particularly, as I said, that corner. God, I wish that I could build in that corner. But again, I won't build outside the settlement boundaries, or at least not too far, simply because it can cause crashes and problems. Here, that little outcropping. It's kind of weird. This outcropping there, just to make a backyard. Yeah, the tree's in the way. Just to make a backyard for the house that was there. And then this house has no backyard whatsoever. Very odd. And then our industrial area over there with the back door. And as you can see, that is also very jagged. Very weird. Right. So, that's it for now. Phase 1 is done. Time to do something else. Yeah, these are the last 3 hedges that I haven't used yet. I'm sure I'll find a spot for them.
It's so nice to see people pulling together to build something.
Yeah. I had a great difficulty balancing. Yeah, I've salvaged these as well. I'll be using them somewhere as a pathing. Some of the parts of the road here are doubled up, and that's where I get these, excuse the hiccups, that's where I get these extra plates out of. Removing them off the road doesn't really break the road or anything, so might as well repurpose them for something better. Alright, so as I was saying, I did have quite the challenge balancing my resources. That's one of the reasons why I went from the complicated 31 parts of components to the category instead. So on the top right you see only 4 categories. Oh, I'm just outside boundaries now. That makes it a little easier early game to balance your maintenance costs. So early game I recommend either using a simpler economic system or using turning off maintenance cost. That's pretty much it. Once the network has been established and you have other settlements, industrialized specialists, settlements that will help you with your economy, you can probably easily pay the upkeep costs across your network, so you can switch back to 31 components instead of the simpler economy. Alright, again, if you have any questions or suggestions, please do leave them in the comment. I like great ideas. Putting minds together, you always get better results than just one individual vision, because I always tend to build from the same philosophy, and though it's an amazing philosophy, of course, input is always welcome. Alright, now, what are we going to do today? We're going to talk to dear old Bob, I think. Where is Bob? We don't need that tracking right now. Nope. Oh, right, I got an old quest from old Paul here to check on one of his friends. Apparently he lives close by, so you know what? That's what I'm going to do first, because I suspect that his old friend might still be alive. Oh, there he is. And he may end up being an additional settler to Sanctuary, because the issue I'm running into right now with Sanctuary is that I'm not getting any more settlers, so I'm a little low on settlers right now. Alright, now we can use the back door and get to old Paul's friend, and you'll see me when I get there. By the way, you can be pretty lazy now if you have the workshop installed. Well, you should have the workshop installed. What is it called again? For those who don't know, workshop framework. You do need it for sim settlements, and you can actually set the doors to auto close, as you can see here. So this door will automatically close after a while. That is such a good thing, because in vanilla that never happens, and you need to actually work with doors that work on a power switch and then have a delayed power switch on it. So you press the switch, the door opens, you go through, and then the power switch is off again and the door closes. That was such a crick in the neck, and the auto close feature is, well, fantastic. It's great. Where is the tracker? I am lost. Okay, tracker's over there. He really lives out there in the wildlands, doesn't he? right at the edge of the Commonwealth.
Shit.
Uh-oh.
Find him.
You can definitely come out here. I'm a little low on ammo. I didn't check my ammo before I left. Hey. Ow, ow, ow. They don't hit too hard by the looks of it.
Gotta reload something, man.
Where is he? Alright, that one's down. That seems to be the boss. Why waste ammo, right? Oh. Too late. Right, so Piper's with me, by the way, because Codsworth doing my building frenzy in Sanctuary actually reached 100%, so now I have 10% damage reduction from energy weapons, or robotic energy weapons, I believe. Alright, where are my freshly made victims? That's one. Where's the other one? There he is. Right. So, I do collect all the armor and all the stuff per usual, because later when you have the salvage perk, you get a lot of stuff out of it. Is he still alive? No. Aww. But, it sounds like there's a dog inside. Oh. Aww. Oh, he's okay. Alright, anything else? Aww. What's wrong, you hurt?
What's wrong? You hurt?
Yeah, I did.
Coca-Cola. Interesting name.
Yeah, I didn't really expect him to answer, but okay. Alright, let's go. Go along then, Mutt. Alright, you can come with me.
Alright, you can come with me.
Injured bulldog added. Oh, he's in my inventory now? Ah, old Paul will probably take care of him. Ah, good. Some adhesive. My adhesive has been disappearing, and I don't have enough agricultural plots to start producing my own adhesive, so I've had difficulty producing some, unfortunately. I could have sworn I picked up 1 billion tons of adhesive by now, but nope, not enough. That's why Piper's armor hasn't been optimized yet. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I tend to upgrade my companion's armor before my own armor, simply because they, well, let's face it, they're NPC. They tend to take the hits, even though they're much tougher than me, period. It's never a bad thing to make me tougher. Oh! Oh! What was that? There we go. Good. That's 3, 4. Alright. Yeah, I can use some meat because I have parasites. And I really don't want to waste, what do you call it, antibiotics on it. But I think I'm going to have to because I've been eating so much food. And I'm running out of food simply because of these damn parasites in my stomach. Alright. There is Sanctuary. Let's go talk to old Paul, shall we? Right, this is actually a good opportunity to test my own defenses. Can I get in? Can I just jump the wall? Let's see. Can I get up here? Nope. I really do need to go around, don't I? Can I do this? Ooh, nope. Yeah, so this wall seems pretty sturdy. Raiders will have to go around. Now, I do have a little trick here. No, I don't have a trick.
I've been around for a while.
The trick is to go into building mode, but I can't because I'm outside the settlement. Yeah, you go into build mode, you move a wall section, then you move in, you walk into the settlement, and you just hit escape, and the wall section snaps back. But I have to go around. We're gonna have to do this the hard way. Alright. Open sesame. Now, I did hear Paul over there. Where are you, Paul? Oh, he's inside. Yeah, Paul seems to really like this house. He's often sitting here. I haven't cleaned this house up yet. I'll do that at some point.
Back
When I need
already?
more residential
How's the
plots.
old boozer faring these days? And who's the little lady? Gracious, she looks in a bad way.
Are you talking... Oh, he's talking about the dog. I thought he was talking about Piper. Okay. Well, it seems that every sim settlement quest that revolves around talking to someone or finding someone includes death. So I'm sorry, he's dead, Jim.
I'm afraid it's bad news.
I take it from your look, Amos wasn't as lucky as our friend here. Well, darn.
Shh, it's okay, girl.
Well, let's have a look at our little lady here. Easy there, little lady. Easy, girl. Gracious, what did they do to you? I know you've got other things to worry about. She's hurt pretty bad, but I can help her through this. Please, leave her with me. Before you go, though, if you happen to have or find some dog food or fresh meat, I know little Cola here would appreciate it.
Okay. Well, I did pick up some canned dog food. I don't know if I still have it, though. Let's see what the quest says. Oh, it's completed. I don't think it's a side quest. Let me see. No. No, I don't see anything here. Alright, I think that's it. So we have a little dog. Oh, what's that? You can now purchase Frenchies at level 3 pet stores. Oh my god, don't have pet stores unlocked yet? Invest more in commercial plots. Yeah. Alright.
A slightly used fusion core?
Fun.
A beautiful vase?
But
A whole box of
I think I'm gonna get enough
You never
animals
know
in
what we might have
the
in
settlement.
stock.
Alright, so that's a little
Come on
side
over
quest
and
from
take a
Sin
look.
Settlements there. And I should keep doing them and building stuff as well. You get more unlocks popping up. And as I said, those scripts seem to be kind of corrupt in the previous playthrough, so I'm glad I restarted. Alright, well, let's go and talk to Bob, I guess. Alright, so you'll see me at